Are we actually going to get a chase scene through a subway in Scream 6? We might have just gotten confirmation about that. Let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie? Name it.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing now.
We're gonna get you. Oh, blood on the beast!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes death is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we're talking a little bit about Scream 6, some really exciting news here. Talking a little bit about if they're actually going to have a subway station in this movie, and if we're going to see a chase scene happen within said subway station. Now, before we get into this update though, if you guys can like this video, subscribe, do all of that crap, I would appreciate it. Now, these pictures right here have just come from this person here, and I gotta say, this is really exciting stuff if we're really going to have a subway station be taking people from places to place. Maybe someone walks down there by themselves, not knowing that a ghost face killer is standing in the corner, waiting for them. I'm imagining that scene from The Matrix when everyone's like going down to the subway station, they all do the phone thing, and Neo's a little too late to the call. No pun intended. And he starts getting the crap kicked out of him by Agent Smith. And then like they have that fight, like you think he's gonna die from he's down by the train and all that. I'm imagining something like this, but it doesn't work out too well for our protagonist here. I'm thinking Ghostface kills someone with a train. It could be something really brutal. Now, the one thing about doing a train kill like this is they might go the route of having digital effects actually like chop off somebody's head, which trust me, I would not be complaining about in a Scream film that's so different. I've never seen that before here. That would be sweet, but the digital effects don't always look fantastic. Even today, they still don't look good. I mean, let's talk about a somewhat recent movie. Somewhat recent, It from 2017, which in my opinion, the only negative I have about that film is the digital effects just look awful. And don't get me wrong, that first It movie is like fantastic. I love it. The performances across the board are so effective and so endearing. I absolutely love everybody in that movie, but the one negative, and the reason it is a 9 out of 10, it will never go any higher than that for me in my book, is because of how bad the digital effects look, man. I mean, you have Bill Skarsgård in this amazing practical makeup, and for some reason, they decided to do a lot of his creepy scenes when he's like attacking the kids, especially in the Neibolt's house. He's like doing all this liquid is coming off of him and shit. It looks awful. The one positive thing I will say though about Radio Silence is they are amazing with digital effects, like across the board. Maybe my strongest positive for literally all of their movies. In their film Southbound, they have these like little flying like banshee things that look like skeletons and they're floating. It's digital, it looks amazing. I don't know who they have to do all their digital effects, but wow, they always look good across the board. So if they are going to go a digital route here, Radio Silence is the team to do it. It should look amazing. There's even a little bit of digital touch up with some of the kills in Scream 5, and it looked great across the board. I thought it was amazing. So even though it would be a fat nut if they decide to go practically with this and actually chop off someone's, not actually, but like chop off a dummy's head with a real train or something and blood sprays everywhere, I think the route they're probably gonna go is do like a digital train kill, which would be great. Listen, your boy's not complaining about some more environmental kills for Mr. Ghostface. I want to see something like that happen in this movie. I'm so sick of knife kills. And of course, maybe the most important thing about a kill in the Scream franchise is the chase. You gotta build up some tension. You gotta make the audience question if this person is gonna make it out or not. That's what Wes Craven was so great at doing in some of those original Scream films. And it's something that was kind of like lackluster in the 5th Scream movie. There wasn't enough tension building, I think, with some of the kills. Although there was some tension building here and there, it's just I do prefer the chase. I like seeing a good chase and seeing someone like try to scramble and get the hell out away from this killer, and then they might or might not make it. It's one of those things I can see like 1,000 times and it's still going to be effective for me. I love it. I love me a good chase scene. Now, we also got some more pictures from that same photographer of what appears to be like a security booth with like a touch screen. They have these on college campuses now, and we might actually be playing with that for a scene in Scream 6. I think it would be sick to have a character like in the middle of a chase go up to one of these security booths and they're trying to mess with it, but Ghostface once again has this technology edge to them where they can maybe hack into whatever the security thing is. That would be really cool. A cool way to connect 5 and 6 together. And then we also have this rock that's like, I'm assuming is going to be on the Blackmore University campus. By the way, if you want to hear me talk a little more about like Blackmore University, if you're like, wait, what? We have a name for the university now? What the heck's going on, Jake? Check out this video up here. But basically all that this like framed rock picture thing is saying is like that the university's buildings are super old. It has sculptures and a bunch of gardens and beautiful landscape. It's kind of like one of those things at a university you see where it's kind of gloating about all the money they take from young people every single year? Ah, yes, we put millions in debt every single year, and guess what? We can afford this gorgeous landscape and garden, but these kids are probably never going to be able to find a job even though they have a degree now. So this is like absolutely something that is going to bring the University of Blackmore University, it's fictional obviously, to life in this movie. And I think it's going to be really cool to have little bits and pieces like this with such a great attention to detail. Now with the subway station possibly being a setting for a chase scene in this movie, once again, it could just be a false edifice in the background for like a fake subway station. That could be the case too. But you also have to question, are we going to have other crazy chase scenes throughout the college campus here? There's a lot of opportunities for them to do something different with this that, in my opinion, I feel like Scream 2 missed out on all those years ago. I used to hang out a lot at the Ohio State University campus, and they have this like really gorgeous walkway that's just like it's super long. It's like half a mile long, I think, and it's just grass with a bunch of crazy paths going down it. And every time I went there and I would like party with my friends on like the weekends or whatever, I would always think to myself when we were walking back to like a dorm room, I'd think to myself, man, this would be so creepy if like a killer just started chasing me. It's the great wide shots you could get here. They got to do something like that. Like late at night, no one's around. A girl has her backpack or something. Maybe she's coming home from the bar or whatever. She's walking down the middle of like this courtyard, and then suddenly Ghostface can be seen all the way down, all the way down on the other side where she just came from. And you just get this wide shot of Ghostface running after her and slowly tackling her to the ground or something. That would just be such a crazy shot. And considering how tight everything was shot in the last Scream film, it would be cool to kind of just open that up a little bit and show us more of this college campus. We're no longer pretending to be a setting from the past. This is a brand new setting for Radio Silence. So they have a lot of opportunity, especially with the camera, to show us some really crazy and scary shots. And I guess my biggest point of this entire video is Radio Silence has a lot more freedoms to kind of just do their own thing with this movie, which, believe it or not, as crazy as this may sound, I feel like that's why Scream 6 will still be the better movie here. As long as Radio Silence takes this opportunity to make this their own, crazy slasher interpretation of Scream, and not try to make it something from like Scream 2, where it's just, hey, let's have a killer's mom come back from the past. It'll be like Scream 2, cool. Then this movie's going to be successful. As long as they stop thinking to themselves, what would Wes do in this situation? They need to start asking themselves, what would Radio Silence do? And just go for it. They don't have to film super tight anymore. They don't have to pretend to be in Woodsboro. This is an all new location for them. They can show whatever the heck they want. They can make this setting their own. Scream is a franchise that I'm kind of shocked there's not like 12 of these movies like the Saw films where there's like another one of those every single year. This is a franchise that is so lucrative, so it's not that crazy to make a movie in this franchise either. I don't think. It's a pretty simple concept with just like a little bit of a meta twist to it. So it's cool. It's great. I love it. I feel like they should definitely make some more of these movies, and now is the opportunity to finally see what other tricks Radio Silence has up their sleeves, as well as the Scream franchise. What else can this franchise do to entertain us? And I feel like this movie is going to be the answer to that question, where we didn't really get that answer with Scream 5. We just got more of the same with Scream 5 with, you know, some more brutal kills, some cool new characters. There was a lot of positives about Scream 5. I give it crap a lot, and I know I gotta chill with that. But my one thing about this movie is they have an opportunity to do something so different here. They better take it. You know, for a while there, I was getting kind of worried about Scream 6, but now with all of this news, there's so many possibilities for this movie to be something really special in one of the better sequels. What do you guys think about this movie, though? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this new Scream 6 update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. If you want to see more of this idiot talking about movies, I have a whole second channel called Movie Smoothie where I talk about literally everything else I'm excited for besides just horror. The link for that is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video again, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.